going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to bring you along a 7-mile run while I talk about things like why I'm choosing to run a marathon now, why New York City, and things of that nature. So let's go. So if you didn't see my first video, my name is Steven Fimafredo, and I'll be running my first marathon in about 9 weeks at the New York City Marathon. So this is going to be a little YouTube series documenting my training and everything leading up to my first marathon. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about was why I'm choosing to run a marathon now. And the short answer is because I want to. Now, the long answer is I think sometime in college, watching videos and YouTube videos on people running marathons and things like that, I was getting the urge to run one. But when you're in high school and college on a team, especially, you're training for things like cross country, track, so distances like 1,500 meters up to 10K. So you really can't train for or run a marathon when you're on a team in school. So it wasn't until I graduated college 2 years ago where I had the ability to sign up for and train for a marathon. So even after graduating college just about 2 years ago, I was still hesitant to train for a marathon because I still have big goals that I want to achieve on the track, from 1,500 meters up to 10K. So I thought that it would mess me up training for a marathon. The distances are too far apart, and I realized, if anything, training for a marathon is going to make me stronger. And I decided, why not? I want to do it, so here we are. So why New York City? I live pretty close to New York City, so that makes it pretty easy. But I also went to watch my friend Sitch race it last year, and that was my second time going in person to watch it, and the energy was incredible. It's one that you want to do if you are a distance runner, and running through the 5 boroughs and finishing in Central Park, it just seems like a really cool race to do, especially for my first one. New York City is also in the fall. It's the first Sunday in November. So that allowed me to have a bit of a track season in the spring, take a break, and then have a full training block in the summer to be prepared in the fall for this race. And also thinking afterwards, it gives me enough time to take time off, recover, and get ready to go for the 2025 track season. And I'll talk about the goals that I have for that later on. Now, in my previous video, I mentioned that my goal is to run under 2:30, and that is an average of 5 minutes and 43 seconds per mile. And I also said that I know I can run that and well under that for a marathon. But the New York City Marathon is a hard course. There are a bunch of bridges and hills that make the course slower. And it is also my first marathon ever. The longest I've ever run before is 19 miles. So I want it to be smart with the goal that I'm setting. And if I'm feeling really good, I'll run faster. So just to give you a little background on what my training has been like up to this point, I have to go back to Thanksgiving last year, where I strained my calf in the Ashenfelter 8K, and that set me back quite a bit, where I was cross training to get back into shape to be able to race in the spring. And I wanted to attack my 5 and 10K goals, but between work getting crazy busy and still not feeling 100% healthy, I decided let's just have fun with it. So I raced a bunch of 5Ks on the track and on the roads. So after that, sometime in May or June, I can't remember, I took 2 weeks off, took a bit of a reset, and started training again because I had signed up for the Boilermaker 15K, which was in the middle of July. It was about 10 to 11 weeks ago where I started training again, which was 4 weeks before the Boilermaker, and that's 15K or 9.3 miles. So I had to make sure I was in shape for that, and that was good. The race went well, about 50 minutes and 40 something seconds, I forget. And after that, I just stayed in shape, kept training. Still nothing marathon specific yet, nothing too crazy. Wasn't building the mileage that much. And I did a 3,200 meter time trial just as a fitness check. And I ran 9:31, which is faster than I ran in high school. It's always funny to look back at times I ran in high school compared to times I run in workouts. And about 3 or 4 weeks ago, we started doing marathon specific training, which just so happened to be when I was in Europe. I went to Paris to watch the Olympics. My friend Shek was running the 200 there, and I went to Italy and had a nice 2-week trip over there. So training was pretty cool over there. It was different, but now we're back. We're 9 weeks out and I'm feeling fit. As I mentioned before, I have big goals for 5 and 10K that I haven't been able to achieve post-college. And those are sub 14:30 and sub 30 for 5 and 10K. My college PRs are 14:32 and 30:07. So they are within my grasp, but one step at a time. And the current focus is on the marathon, and after that we will worry about track times. Something else I wanted to talk about is who is training me. The past 2+ years I've been training myself, taking inspiration from what we did in college, but I decided I wanted guidance, so I went out and hired a coach. His name is Cody Moore. He is under the Run Free training group, and it's been great so far. He's given me all my workouts, all my strength training sessions, and everything like that. So, no complaints. So, some background about myself outside of running is I am a CPA, an accountant, or an auditor specifically. So that's why work got really busy in the winter and spring when I was trying to train for my 5K and 10K goals. So looking forward for the next 9 weeks until race day. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, I will be racing either an 8K in cross country or a road 10K. And then I will be racing the Jersey City half marathon on September 28th, which is 5 weeks before the New York City Marathon. And then I will be doing the LBI 18 miler, which is 3 weeks before the New York City Marathon. So I won't be racing it, but I will be doing it. And in terms of training, my mileage has been about 55 to 65 for the summer this far, and it's just going to keep increasing, and at some point we'll plateau and we'll go back down for a taper. Time frame for that, I don't know. My coach does, but that's just an idea of what training will look like. And I'll throw in cross training as well, some swimming and biking as double sessions. So I'll do a run in the morning and I'll hop on the bike in the afternoon, just to get more fitness and to reduce the impact I have on my legs, because I have become injury prone. So to help mitigate that, I cross train. So as of right now, I am on an unofficial track club. Me and my friends are starting a track club called the Bandits Track Club, and we are making it USATF official, but we've been training together since we graduated college, and it just felt right that we started a club together. So that's been another project this summer. We made uniforms, those are coming in. Hopefully it will make it in time for New York, but we'll see. So 7 miles complete in an average pace of 7:16. I will be posting every week leading up to the marathon, things like workout videos, race videos, things like that. So stay tuned as I train for my first marathon. Thanks for watching, and as always, we got better today.